Hello and welcome to the Knit Girls. This is episode 719. I'm Laura, also known as Lala.
I am Leslie, also known as You Don't Call Me Les. Today is November 24th, 2025. Um, did I already say I'm Leslie? I don't remember.
I got just
Um,
by a very clean puppy that's by my feet.
mm, and Laura and I both use the she, her pronouns. Um, oh my goodness. So
So
does
does
Pearl.
Pearl.
She also identifies as she, her. Um, how dare we forget her? And yeah, she's all fluffy and clean, right? She went and got a
Yep.
bath at the vet today, and
She went to her groomer today and got a bath and got a hygiene cut, so her rear end trimmed up and her nails cut. So she's ready for the week at my parents' with Oma and Opa.
she's looking her best so she can get all of the treats.
Yep, absolutely.
So, yeah, I don't have a super duper ton of stuff, but I have a few things. Do you want to talk about what you're working on?
Sure, I am currently working on a garter ear flap hat. This is a free pattern by Pearl Soho. These little ear flaps, they are formed through short rows. So one of my coworkers had a baby last year. So the baby is around 9 months old now, and she has an 19-inch head. And so none of the baby hats will fit her. And her mom is struggling to find a hat that fits well and asked if I could make her one.
Hmm.
So I am knitting it out of, oh, she asked for gray, but I found in my stash, I had bought this stormy weather colorway from Fabu Yarns. And it's got
Mm-hmm.
all these little pops. I am obsessed with this yarn. All these rainbow pops in it, which is kind of hard to see in the listing, but like I said, I'm obsessed. I love it. So I'm knitting that on size 5 needles. I just got to the decreases, hoping to get that done by next week when I go back to school so I can give that to her. It's been in like mid 70s here for forever.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, it was warmer. So today we had a lot of rain and it's starting to cool off, and I think we're gonna get a cool front that comes through. So it's perfect time to gift a hat.
Yeah.
So that is the first thing on my needles. And then the second thing on my needles is my brother-in-law every year for Christmas asks for socks. And so I have started some opal socks for him. So these are knit on size double zeros, over 72 stitches. And it is an unknown opal colorway that I got at Simply Sock Company. It came with a band at some point, but that band has since joined the pile of stuff somewhere. Oh, I forgot to grab my spinning. Um, so yeah, that is in progress. I am going to go grab my spinning real fast and also kick this dog out because apparently we're being a Barky McBarkface today and
Oh.
cannot have nice things like hanging out with our auntie. All right, I'm gonna go
Oh.
get my spinning. I'll be right back. So those are the two things that are currently on my needles right now. Come on, Pearl, back it up. Beep, beep.
Um, well, Laura has seen this several times, and I'm sure if you've been watching, so have you. So, I am working on the Girlfriend's Cardigan by Anka Strick, and I'm using two yarns held together. One is Cousin Minnie Pearl by Republica Unicornia, and then the other, the fuzzy one, is a Surrey Alpaca by Camellia Yarns. And it's at the point where I've joined the fronts and the back, and so it's just knit. It's garter stitch, so you knit every row forever. Um, or it's in the part where it feels like forever, which is fine because it's mindless and I don't have to think about decreases or
Yeah,
yarn alternating or anything
good
like that.
social
So
knitting.
Yeah, it's brainless and very pleasant to touch. So, um, that's what I've been working on. Some this week. I got maybe 8 or 9 rows, and I think they're like 300 and something stitches per row because it's fingering weight. And I am a larger person, so it takes a while to knit a sweater for me. Um, and then the other thing I cast on, after I had swatched last week, I cast on for Membrial, and this is by Margony. Um, it's linked in the show notes, and our show notes are on our website, theknitgirls.com, with 3 L's. Um, so this is done top down. You knit the back and then each front, and then you join it under the arms.
Mhm.
So top down raglan style. I think it's raglan. It might be set in. No, it's drop shoulder. So, um, I started the back, and I'm maybe 5 inches into the back. So it's got this fun texture.
Oh yeah, like a cable
Um,
almost.
yeah, and it's a sport weight yarn, but I'm knitting it at closer to a DK gauge. Um, and the yarn is from Why Not Fibers, and it's really lovely to work with. I'm really enjoying the bounce and the roundness
Which base is
of
it?
the yarn. It's the spunky base.
Ooh, is
So,
it a merino or what kind of? I know she does a bunch of different wools.
um, let's see. So the colorways, the lighter one is Ice Ice Baby,
Of course.
and it is 100% superwash merino.
Okay.
Yeah. So, um, yeah, this is what I've been knitting on while we watch TV, or Christine plays Stardew Valley, or Amanda plays Call of Duty. So this is
Gotcha.
my sort of um, social knitting, I guess.
Kim Dyes Yarn has like a whole Stardew Valley yarn set and
Oh,
sock.
really?
Yeah, on her website.
Yeah, it's I've become more uh, engrossed in it than I thought I would, because it's very two-dimensional. It's very
Yeah.
sort of retro looking.
Yeah.
Um, and I didn't think that it would be something I would get into, but I like watching her play. So, um, and Kobe's coming next week, and there was an update to Pikmin 4, which was one of the last, um, like co-op games that we played all the way through.
Uh-huh.
So we're gonna play that again while he's here, I
How
think.
fun.
So, um, yeah, that's what I've been working on. I don't have a finished thing. I have some sewing stuff I can talk about, but you finished something, right?
I did. I've finished my baby vertebrae. Um, I just need to weave in the ends, all the ends. But the knitting is done. So this was leftovers from my vest that I finished. And I have two more baby showers at least coming up. So this will be for one of those. And then I also have two pairs of baby pants that I got to get done. So lots and lots of baby knits in my future. But yeah, this is one of my favorite just basic sweaters for babies. I love it because if they spit up, usually it doesn't cover like the front of a
Right.
onesie. So if you have a super cute onesie, it doesn't cover that. But also if they spit up, usually it goes straight down, although with babies it goes everywhere. Um, and
It
it
adds some warmth without it being
yeah, it
like
covers their
too fussy.
booty
Yeah.
and is easy to get on and off. All those things that I think are fairly important in baby knits. It's also, if you pay for the pattern, it's three different sizes of yarn. So there's a fingering weight, a DK weight, and a worsted weight, which I also find really handy when I'm trying to stash bust for a baby knit as well. Yep, so that got done. That was on size 4 needles, worsted weight, leftover from the vest. I also finished and gave away the baby pants. They really loved it. I got a really sweet thank you the next day. Just appreciating how much time must have gone into them. The um the recipient is a knitter as well, so that was
Mm-hmm.
nice. Um, yeah, so that is what I have finished knitting wise. Spinning wise, I have two things that are a little bit still damp. That's why they weren't in here. I finished, this is Fossil Fibers in the ball. It is Polworth. It is a 3-ply, so nice and round and bouncy. 200 yards, so that'll be a great
Mm-hmm.
bouncy hat. It is based off of Labyrinth. So the ball scene from Labyrinth with
Yeah.
Jared's dark blue outfit and then her more
Sarah's
silver.
dress. Yeah.
Yeah. So really, really pretty.
Yeah, it is pretty.
And then I also finished um the Knits and Pearls Mermaid Moon. This is 100% Falkland. This is a chain ply. So similar to a 3-ply, but it's just giant crochet loops and it creates more of a self-striping yarn. So there's these series of gray followed by series of the bright greens, blues, and purples, and then back to gray. So it basically creates a self-striping yarn. Um, the way this braid was dyed, it creates a self-striping yarn.
Mm-hmm.
So that is also 200 yards. This one is for me. I'm going to knit myself a hat or a cowl out of it, I think. Um, so yeah, very exciting things.
Yeah, very
Those
pretty.
two are done, and I have some. I'm trying to. So Jillian Marino, who's a good friend, for her Patreon, she does 100 days, and there's
Mm-hmm.
bingo cards, and it's like a stash down thing. It's very motivating. I find it super motivating. I usually get 4 to 5 pounds spun during it. Um, it's also just a
And it's
great,
very like community based, right?
yep,
There's a lot of discussion and
super
chatter.
community based. And Jillian does a great job with that. So it's through her Patreon, and I will be participating again in that this year. And I'm trying to clear off my bobbins because I was out of bobbins again. So I have a bunch of stuff to ply. So hopefully, y'all will be seeing a lot more plying from me. On the spinning front, I am still working on my hip strings along. So this was my first 8 ounces, and I'm almost done with my second 8 ounces. I have this
Wow.
much left. That's what I'm sitting here working on. This is the Influencer colorway from Hip Strings. It is named after me, and that's why it's purple and gray.
Yes.
And it is superwash merino and sari silk, so lots of texture and then rainbow glitter. And I have 24 ounces to spin. I am going to spin all my bobbins, rewind my bobbins, and then ply, and it will be a 3-ply and
Mm.
hopefully enough for a sweater. So that
Wow.
is the end goal. We will see. It might just be enough for a vest, but hopefully enough for a sweater. A nice chunky yarn, and I chose a 3-ply because when I was sampling, I liked the way that it incorporated the texture across all 3 plies a little bit better and create a nice round yarn versus the 2-ply had a little bit more, the texture stuck out a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
So I just
Wasn't
really
as
enjoyed the
balanced.
3-ply.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah, do you have any spinning?
I do not. I have not started my hip strings. It's on the list for this weekend. Um, and that's the only thing that I plan on spinning. Well, I mean, it's the next thing that I plan on spinning. I have been doing quite a lot of sewing. So I've been working on this um, it's a legit kit pattern, and this is what it'll end up looking like a
Oh,
vortex. Um, and each like there's lots and lots of individual colors in
yeah,
each individual square. It's crazy. Um, I
pretty
spent
intense. Yeah.
it is pretty and this is like one of the easiest kits that they do. Um, I spent most of my free time this weekend when we weren't doing farm stuff, or Amanda had a birthday, so we went out to dinner at a supper club,
I love
which
a
is a
supper.
very Wisconsin thing.
It
Like,
is.
you get cheese and crackers and fancy breads and a relish platter, and yeah, it's a very Wisconsin thing, but I enjoy it. Um, but when I wasn't doing that stuff, I've been working on putting together my fabrics. So this is about 80% of the
Good
squares.
for you.
And so they're sewn together, and this one has 7 different colors in this one block. And so this one actually was in 2 pieces and had to be sewn together, but then there are, um,
I think you put them on top of your microphone.
yeah, I might have. Can you hear
There
me?
you go. Yep.
Okay. Um, but yeah, so they get put together and lined up in order, and it's all very fancy. So let's
How
see.
much time would you estimate that you've put into it so far?
Um, well, I had to create the organization for the colors and then cut, and then I had to recut several colors because I did things wrong. I would say probably 30 hours of work at this point. Um, and it's the bulk of it for sure. Like I'm on the tail end of it now, but like see
Oh,
these 2 blocks will get put
oh, look at
together.
that.
So, like this one, I don't even know. Well, I think there's 11
I have a
colors.
grumbly dog outside my door. She's
So
like, I
the
cannot believe Auntie Leslie is on Zoom and you locked me out.
you traitor. So the only ones I've got left are in this little bin, and these are the ones that were more complicated to put together. So, um, let's see. Yeah, I don't want to dig all this crazy stuff out, but like this is a third of one square, and it's in 2 separate pieces, and each piece has this one has 5 colors, this one has 3. So like there's still a bunch of little bits to sew together, and then you sew those little bits together and they become a square, and then you sew pairs of squares. That's a good episode name, pairs of squares. And then you sew a quad, and then you sew 4 quads, and then instead of doing strip like rows like you typically would in a quilt,
Like
do it
jelly
all of one
roll,
row. You
brace
you
type
do it in
things.
little groups so that it you're not handling as much fabric at any given time.
Okay.
So, yeah, the blocks I anticipate will be finished by next week. Um, and then Kobe will be here, so I probably won't be sewing a whole lot. But then after that, I would like to have the top done by the end of the year, which I think is a very achievable goal because most of the work has been done. Now I'm just sewing lines and ironing. So,
Gotcha. Are you gonna send
yeah.
it out to be quilted? Did you decide?
I still don't know. I need to look and see. I mean, yes, I will send it out, but I need to do a border to add some size to it because it's just big enough to lay on top of my bed, but not like hang over it all. And I want to do a border around it so that I can get some additional
Yeah.
length on it.
I think just black would be really pretty and frame it well.
Yeah, that's what Christine said as well. So maybe, and then maybe do like a thin line of something around the outside. We'll see.
You could always do like a black batik if you wanted a little bit of texture.
Yeah, that's true too. Um, and then I've got another quilt ready to start, and I've even cut out all the pieces. I just need to start the actual sewing on it. So, plenty to keep me busy. And I need to make some pillowcases out of a duvet cover that uh, has breathed its last gust and has too many
Seen
holes in it
those,
now
yeah.
to function as a duvet cover, but it's a really nice linen, so I want to use it.
Gotcha.
So,
Well, it sounds like you have a lot of sewing on your plate coming up. That sounds fun.
yeah. Um, and you're going to your parents for the weekend. You'll be there when we do our Patreon on Friday evening.
I will. When we get done with this, I'm actually going to pack up my laptop because I have a doctor's appointment at 7 tomorrow morning, and I'm leaving. Like, Pearl's gonna wait in the car, and I'm leaving
Hmm.
straight from there because it's like half an hour in the direction
Yeah.
that I am going, and driving that half hour, and then driving back, and then driving again on top of a almost 7 hour drive is going to be a bit much. Plus, if you read all the things they say, if you are late enough to leave tomorrow for Thanksgiving for travel, you should really leave as early as humanly possible.
Hmm.
Like tomorrow, Wednesday, and Sunday are huge travel days.
Yeah.
So, um,
Yeah.
yep, I'm trying to get on the road as soon as possible. I'm gonna go visit House of Yarn maybe on the way. We'll see. Either on the way there or on the way back. And then there's a lovely yarn shop in Marville, Tennessee
Mm-hmm.
as well that I will go to at least one of the days. So, yep, I will be gone from Tuesday through Saturday. Um, so it'll be fun. It's a nice little. I'm glad I had this weekend at home to kind of I had some work to do, but not a ton. And after tonight, I have several days off with no work in a row, which is very exciting.
Yeah, it's
And
nice.
I am not going to work on the book. I am going to take time for me. So, very excited to spend time with family and friends. I'm hoping I can convince Carrie to come over and play board games. We'll see. I know she's busy with family as well.
Do you
So,
have
yeah.
any new audiobooks you're going to be listening to on the way?
I had 12 audiobooks come in on Libby on the same day.
Oh, wow.
So I have a lot of stuff to listen to.
Wow.
Yep.
What's first up on the list?
I have not decided yet.
Oh,
Whatever is due first.
fair enough.
So we're gonna work our way through that. But yeah, I've got a lot to listen to. That's what I'm gonna spend the rest of tonight doing. I have a bunch of chores to get done before I leave, a bunch of laundry. Um, and so I want to leave a clean house so that when I come back, there won't be
Yeah.
anything. I can enjoy my half of a Saturday and little bit of Sunday I have back before I jump into it. And then I've got a little over 3 weeks of school, and then it will be the holiday break.
Yeah.
So lots and lots to do. Um this is a very, I mean, every time of year is quick, but it seems like I can't believe we're almost halfway through the school year already. Um but there's going to be a lot of choir concerts, a lot of band. Um Thursday I had let's see, I had to be there by 4:30. I got to leave at 9:30, so a 5-hour basketball tournament I worked. So
Wow.
that's where the sock knitting happened. Um Although I got so tired at one point, there was no knitting that was happening. I messed up, like I dropped a stitch and I was like, I just can't right
Yeah.
now. So, yeah, but that's what I've got going on. I'm super excited about the hip strings along. I really want to cast on this sweater by the end of the year. So the hip strings along goes from November 1st until the end of the year. So it's been a super active part of our Discord and Jillian's Discord. It's so nice to see all the love for Nick and Jill, and I'm
Yeah.
really, really enjoying seeing everything that y'all are working on. It's super cool. So I appreciate all of you for um participating in that, and I know Leslie does as well. We have you said we have a Patreon event coming up.
So on Friday, um, I have to look at my calendar because I can't remember what day of the week. All right, so Friday the 28th, we're going to have a Patreon at 6 p.m. and that's going to be a fail along, where we ask, we're going to ask our patrons to bring in, like, share their favorite DIY for an ornament or little doodad of some sort, and or show us their favorite handmade ornament or doodad. It doesn't necessarily have to be Christmas, it can be anything. And then on Sunday, the 30th, the last Sunday of the month is when we always try to do our VKN. So
Yep.
we are going to have a VKN on the 30th of November at 1 p.m. and these are
No,
Central Times.
yeah, I was gonna say all these are Central Times, even though I'll be on Eastern Time, so I'm gonna have to remember.
Yeah, oh yeah. Um, and yeah, they're, for the people who support us on Patreon, we're sincerely grateful. We've been doing this for just an absolutely ridiculous amount of time. And, we couldn't do it without personal expense without our patrons. So we are very appreciative of that. And we really enjoy getting to catch up with everyone. So, um,
We have a great group.
yeah. Uh, So
If
if you are a patron, you'll get a notification about those events probably Tuesday or Wednesday with the times and how to join. Um,
You can find a link to our Patreon on our website, which is TheKnitGirls with 3Ls.com. It's also where you're going to be able to find the show notes and
mhm.
everything we talk about.
Yep.
You still
What are
reading some
you?
T. Kingfisher?
What's that?
I said, are you still reading some T. Kingfisher?
I finished The Snake Eater. And it wasn't like my favorite book, but I really enjoyed the characters in that one. And I'm starting one of the last ones that I haven't read of hers. It's classified as low fantasy, which I think just means like it's more comedy and just happens to have goblins and stuff like that in it. Um, and so I just started that, and then I think the only other one I haven't read of hers is The Wizard's Guide to Self-Defense Baking, something to that effect.
Yeah,
I can't
I own
remember.
that one
Okay.
because it's a young adult book.
Okay. All right. Um, yeah, and then I'm re-listening to The House on the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune because there was a second book that came out, I don't know, earlier this year or last year, um, in that series, which I didn't know was even going to be a series. And I haven't read it yet, so that'll be a fun new listen for me once I get finished with the House on the Cerulean Sea.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'm still listening to Winter Lost. I think I have an hour left on it. I'm gonna finish that up tonight. I've been watching Game of Wool, which has been super fun. I would not make any of the projects that they are making. But I really enjoy seeing what the contestants are wearing, what
Hmm.
garments that they've made, and I'm enjoying their personalities a lot. I don't enjoy the judges, especially. I don't enjoy Tom Daly, especially. But I really like some of the contestants, and it's really interesting. Like one of the women wears mostly vintage. Um, and there's just been some really, really gorgeous knitwear in that show. So if you like seeing other people's knitwear, it is a great option. And it's formatted very much like the Sewing Bee. So there's two main challenges. The first is an individual project. So the one that I just watched, which was number 3, was make a bathing suit, knit or crochet. And it is very crochet heavy. Knit or crochet a bathing suit for one of the team GB, so Tom Daly's like former partner and other diving team members. And almost everyone went with crochet for that, and then they had to crochet a deck chair. Other challenges, they've had to crochet a couch cover as a team. So the second challenge is a team challenge.
Wow.
Um, so nothing like that really is like inspiring project wise. Like I'm not probably going to crochet anything, let alone a deck chair. But it's really interesting, and it's interesting to see their thought processes. It's been a lot of intarsia, and I also think that's really interesting because um it seems like it is much more popular in the UK as a color technique than it is, at least in the circle of knitting that I hang
Right.
out in. Um,
Yeah.
so that's really interesting. It's just, I mean, it's a good way to kill a half hour while I'm doing other
Sure.
stuff.
Yeah.
Um, and it's like I said, seeing what they've already made. It's kind of like when I watched The Sewing Bee, and like everyone's wearing knitwear. A good number of people in Sewing Bee wear knitwear as well. And
Right.
I'm always like, oh, what's that pattern? There's been like a lot of Stephen West shawls in the Knitting Bee. There's been just a good amount of different patterns that weren't on my radar besides the Stephen West. So it's been nice to see those as well. And one of the contestants, like, I've been wanting to knit some of his sock patterns for a really long time. Like, it's
Oh.
general,
Hog buffer or whatever?
yes,
Really?
yes.
Interesting.
So he's one of the contestants, and like, oh my gosh, his dog sweater, oh, chef's kiss. They did a dog
Oh.
sweater competition in week 2, and it was incredible.
Wow.
So,
So how do they deal with the like the time aspect? Because, if it's a cooking show or if it's a
they get
sewing
12
show,
hours for the individual challenge,
wow.
and then 8 usually for the team. I feel like 12 hours of knitting in a row is probably not super healthy or crochet.
Yeah, it's not good for your body.
Like I'm hoping, so that's not been, or I've not seen from production a clarification. Like I'm hoping every 2 hours they're like, all right, 15-minute break.
Group break or something. Yeah.
Everyone take a break. Because otherwise I feel like that's super not healthy.
Yeah.
Um, for people's joints, especially, yeah, I don't know. So well, I will say, especially in the first episode, they're using like Rowan Big Wool to
Mm-hmm.
knit tank tops on like size 35 needles.
Yeah.
And just the thought of doing that for 12 hours hurts. Like it just, that sounds so painful.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's why in general, like handcraft doesn't lend itself to this sort of like on the
Production.
crunch
Yeah.
deadline of reality TV because if you want quality items, it takes time. Like there is just no substitute for it.
Yeah.
It
Well,
just
the
takes
general
time.
guy in the first one, he's very precise, and he's like, when he's talking about his tank top, he's like, I would have done a tubular bind off but there was no time. Like, if I could have
Hmm.
finished this the way that it should have been finished, but like a tubular bind off would take an hour on its own.
Yeah.
So there's no way. A lot of times the finishing looks really shoddy, but
Hmm.
that's because finishing on its own. And like when I finish, I have to take breaks. When I get frustrated, I step away for a little bit.
Yeah.
I come back, I sew more stitches, um, because finishing is not a strong suit for me. So I would not be very successful at this game show. Um, it's interesting. Well, I wouldn't be successful because I can't crochet, and over half of it has been crochet so far.
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see why the appeal. Like, it does tend to go faster than knitting. But depending on what you're making, I think some items just lend themselves to look better in one craft or the other, or function better even in one craft or the other. But, you know, it's something we haven't seen before, so I'm
Yeah,
looking forward to
and I
watching
hope
it
it
as
sticks
well.
around, and there'll be some more. They announced a new sewing bee host today. It's
Oh,
one of the Taskmaster people, and I cannot remember her name.
oh,
But yep, she's taking over hosting for Sewing Bee.
oh.
Sophia, maybe. Anyway,
I'll have to look.
um, so yeah, lots of change in British reality television.
We're still on Great British Bake Off. We're, I think, at the quarterfinals now.
I stopped
So,
watching that after Mexican week.
oh yeah, this is, well, several seasons later, but yes, it
Yeah,
is. It is different. Also, it no longer has Matt as one of the hosts, so that's nice.
yeah, it's got the woman. Um,
Noel and Allison. I
yeah, I
forget
like
Allison's
Allison
last
and
name.
other things.
Yeah.
I just I don't know. I haven't gone back. I don't have Netflix either, so
Yeah.
that also is a thing. But yeah, I think. Ooh, I'm so close to finishing this. I'm so excited. Um, and I have a clear bobbin to put on next. So exciting all the way around. This is just spinning like butter. Jill does such a great job.
Yeah.
There are some. Before we go, the Winterfest still has room in a bunch of classes. Definitely check that out. If Winterfest is through Maryland Sheep and Wool, our friend Jill of Hip Strings
Hmm.
is also doing a free lecture on the year in a life of an indie dyer. You just have to be signed up in order to attend, and then you get access to it for the next 30 days. So that if you're looking for some good content, Jill is lots of fun, and I know she's got a lot to say about what her year typically looks like in the life of an indie dyer.
Yeah. She's a
So
great resource.
yeah, she's wonderful. And I think that's it. Do we have anything else to talk about?
I don't think so. I think we got everything. I managed
Awesome.
to squeak out another row, so
All
heck
right.
yeah.
Well, y'all have a good rest of your day.
Hmm. And good week and weekend. And if you're on the Patreons, we'll see you then. But if
Yep.
not, we'll see you next week. Bye,
Bye,
all.
y'all.